Americans are standing up all across the country to say, not this time, not this year. The stakes are too high and the challenges are too great to play the same old Washington games with the same old Washington players and the same old lack of results. People want to turn the page. People want to write a new chapter in American history, and that is what this election is all about. Yes, we can. Now, understand, this is not about me, and it's not about Senator Clinton. As I've said before, I have enormous respect for Senator Clinton as a person and as a public servant. She was my friend before this race started. She will be my friend after it's over. I did not get into the race to tear anybody down. I got into the race to lift this country up and to make sure that Democrats win in November. That is the goal of all of us, to deliver a better future for our children and our grandchildren. Both Hillary and I agree on one thing that John McCain apparently does not. The next president needs to end the disastrous policies of George W. Bush. I'd like to take all the credit for all the excitement, but I know that part of it is people know that they will be going in the ballot box in November, and the name George W. Bush will not be on the ballot. And they're cheerful about that. The name of my cousin, Dick Cheney, won't be on the ballot. That was really embarrassing when that news broke. We have a distant ancestor in common. When they do these genealogical surveys, you are hoping that you are related to somebody cool. But Dick Cheney, that is a letdown. His name will not be on the ballot, which means the era of Scooter Libby justice and Brownie incompetence and Karl Rove politics will finally be over next year. That we know. So Hillary and I agree that we have to change policies of George Bush, and both of us have spent this campaign and our careers putting forth specific, detailed policies and solutions to turn this country around. There are differences between us, but there are also many similarities. I understand that Senator Clinton just recently decided to support an idea that I've been promoting for several years now, a Patriot Employer Act that would reward companies that create good jobs right here in America, that we start taking away tax breaks from companies that are shipping jobs overseas, and we reward companies that are doing right by workers and communities right here in Wisconsin and all across the country. But let's be clear. The problem we have is not the lack of good ideas. It's not the lack of good ideas. It's that Washington is the place where good ideas go to die. It's that lobbyists crush them with their money and their influence. It's that politicians spend too much time trying to score political points and not enough time trying to bridge their differences so we can get something done for the American people. All of us should be in the solutions business, but all too often it ends up being business as usual, where we put forward all kinds of detailed plans and they get filed in drawers somewhere and the dust starts accumulating because nobody can inspire the country and build a working majority to actually deliver on the promises, because the American people have given up expecting that promises in Washington will ever be kept. What we need is a president who's in the business of solving problems, and we will solve those problems by bringing the country together and rallying the United States of America around a common purpose, because we are a party that is at its best when we lead not by polls but by principles, and not by calculation but by conviction.
Barack Obama speaking in Milwaukee last night. And now let's